Assalamualaikum and hi to everyone. Today our team would like to present about our selected topic for subject construction technology and design. Before we continue our presentation, I would like to introduce our group member, which is Encik Muhammad Aziz bin Amir. Me Raimi Muhammad Ramli, Muhammad Hassan Din bin Muhammad Tarib, Hurila Nadira binti Muhammad Razan. Our project name is Symphony Lakeside Residence. Symphony is a leasehold landed housing estate located in Lakeside Residence, Pusat Bandar Puchong. There are 139 units available at this project, which built up from 2,167 square feet to 2,200 square feet. It was developed by Glomac Berhad, with which launch price of above about RM to 320 per square feet and was completed around to 2020. Glomac Berhad is a very big scale property developer listed on Bursa Malaysia, and it has developed about 61 property project in Malaysia. Other similar project by the same developer are Aman Putri, Botania, Bukit Saujana, Agrita, Lakeside Residence, Saujana Perdana, Saujana Utama 1, Saujana Utama 2, Saujana Utama 3 and Sinar 2. The most popular layout and size build-up combination at Symphony is 4 bedroom or 2,167 square feet with a median price of 100 of RM370 per square feet. For price wise, the most expensive one is 3 bedroom or 2,200 square feet with a median price of 520 per square feet, while the cheapest one is 4 bedroom or 2,167 square feet with a median price of 370 per square feet. The process of constructing a private residence for human habitation is referred to variously as house building, home construction, and simply construction. In common parlance, everything from a foundation to a roof, wall to window, a garage to a driveway, and even the mailbox of included in the standard contemporary home. Before deciding on this regulation was discussed them with a wide range of interested parties such as customer, member of the board director, the chief executive officer and people from community. It is absolutely necessary for the growth of the market in terms of the amount of demand, investment, level of productivity and level of quantity. When monitoring construction of a resident building, it is essential to make detailed plans in advance. The term grey structure is used to refer to the framework of a building, which includes the skeleton and supporting elements such as pillar, wall beams, cement, and steel. On the other hand, the term white structure is used to refer to the decorative element such as tile, bedroom, fixture, door, and so on, and well as the costs associated with installing them.
Assalamualaikum. Thanks, Mr. Remy. Okay, I proceed to horizontal and vertical subsystem of the building. Horizontal subsystem. Components of a building framework that can be found in the structure wall and or floor. The floor structure must carry the largest dead and living weight of any building component. It is gravity that pulls the greatest threat. The data is used to strengthen the building skeleton. Vertical subsystem. Vertical, vertical construction focus mostly on projects that are built vertically and heavily rely on an architect design. Some examples of vertical infrastructure include the purchase of land, the construction of new building, the maintenance and repair of existing building, and all other building and their associate structure, utility, site development, and recreational road. They are resistant not only to compression and shear, but also to tension in the axial and lateral direction. Aspect of vertical and horizontal subsystem. As the joists are too close together, it would be unsafe to store anything substantial there. A set of stair release on strut on stringer as its primary support structure. Frame a wall, floor, or ceiling around a door or window opening by installing header. Purlins are often used to support the decking on flat roof and keep it from sagging. Rafter must be skewed in order to support a roof deck that is off-center. Girts are fundamental horizontal components that are inserted to bolster the framework of a wall between columns. Lintels are skinny horizontal beams used to reinforce the wall above doorway and window in high-rise structure. This lintel must be able to support the weight of both the vertical girder they are attached to and the horizontal girder they are resting on, which is why they are typically located at floor level. During construction spread During the construction, spandrels are utilized to fortify the outer edge of the floor, roof, and wall at regular interval. Okay, I pass my presentation to Mr. Haziq. Thanks.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Hassan. So my name is Muhammad Aziz. So I will brief about highlight key buildability aspect or issue that occur. Utilizing apparatus and machinery for the sake of enhance productivity and reduce danger on the work, being patient, adaptable and consistent, mandating standardization across all forms of instruction, streamlining the education process and identifying and prioritizing readabilities and providers. To build a gantry scaffold, truss or formwork for use with a crane, you all need the following expertise. User-friendly interface, quick time for both setup and maintenance, even after incentive use. Measure for preventing harm. Temporary building have many use, such as supporting a facade, lining a trench, or acting as a retention facility. Okay, second, as a hypothesis risk and protection that may be used during transport, capacity for dragging and transporting load, function performed during the unloading process, modular design with interchangeable parts maintaining order in the cultured altic and storage, the collapse of a construction company profit margin, the depletion of its stock of building supply before its financial reserves are gone, damage to the company's reputation and the occurrence of delay can all fast acceptable and already serve scenario. When you rush through a job within a giving it any throws, you squander time, effort and resources. Okay, next. Applied construction of a 3D house project. It is a common practice to category building based on their fire safety features. The Natural Fire Federation Association has published regulations for building construction and safety. Most multiplication have differed to at least one model established at the federal level despite having the power to pass their own legislation. Concern for a building occupancy status is warranty on the part of designer, builder and owner because it is determined the extent to which the building must adhere to zoning and safety ordinance in the area. if certain zoning and code requirements are not followed. The project completion, contract compliance, and contractor payment could be jeopardized. So next is this one is 3D model. So this one is 3D structure model. So next is sketching. The use of BIM tools like Revit is credited with rising builder standard. The construction industry has standardized on 3D model over the past 2 decades, which has facilitated the creation of 2D production documentation and the direction transmission or relevant NC data of automated production. So I will pass next slide to Huril Nadira. Thank you.
Okay, okay. Thank you to Haziq. So for column of the design house, the inclusion of structural expert in the planning process at this juncture is essential. The design phase is essential to prefabrication because that's when the structural concept is validated. Many engineering firms utilize Revit and related tools alongside specialized structural analysis software during the design phase. Next, this mathematical technique precisely characterize the reaction to produce stresses and flag possible weak point to the designer. Iterative procedures are used in building design. Okay, so this is analysis approach used. The sketches. Okay, next for our process is easy. First, steel strength, fire resistant, and recyclable nature make it a popular building material, yet cheaper materials can be used to create reinforced concrete. Second, steel has superior resilience and resistant to tensile, compressive, and flexural stress and is 8 times stronger than concrete under tension and shear. Third, steel components are now required to be fabricated with tighter tolerances and standard practice, which reduce the overall time needed to build a structure. Fourth, core mass is much lower when compared to concrete. Steel is lighter, thus it only requires slightly thicker foundations if the superstructure and substructure are built properly. For design members detail, first, as part of the building information modeling process, structural engineers can use structural analysis for Revit, a cloud-based structural analysis tool. Second, structural analysis for Revit allows structural engineers and architects to analyze Revit models remotely in the cloud. Third, analysis can be performed in the cloud at the same time as the design process, allowing for real-time viewing and analysis of data without interrupting the designers or engineers' productivity. Okay, 4. Because it allows for both a physical and analytical representation of the structure, Revit software is ideal for building information modeling (BIM) by structural engineers. Without a physical model, the process of designing, sketching, and eventually constructing a building would be completely futile. 5. Code verification and structural analysis are just two uses for the analytic model that comes along with this paper with this paper. To do this, we consider the stresses, the limits, and the components of the building. It is critical that Revit and structural analysis software can talk to one another. And for last, for many structural alteration, the intelligence of the object is not degraded by a one-way or two-way data interchange as it would be with a massive data input. Having this data on hand reduces the likelihood that essential features of the design will be overlooked or misunderstood. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you.